Hey guys, it's Shauna, and I haven't done a video in a while. And first of all, before we get into anything, I actually went to the hair salon yesterday and my hair looks completely different. It's like so much blonder now. It's so different, but I love it and it's so soft now, like I can't stop touching it. So if I keep touching my hair in this video, you'll understand why. Yeah, I love it. So, okay. So anyway, getting into the video. Okay, so the title of this video is The World's #1 Flirting Trick. And that is a really big claim. Like, that's, you know, a pretty big, pretty big promise to make. And okay, actually, the title of this video was inspired by the cover of the recent Cosmopolitan Australia. And it says here, you know, the world's #1 flirting trick that gets the guy every time. And that's like actually the whole reason why I bought this magazine. It was just a really, you know, really enticing promise. But when I actually read the article that was in the magazine, I actually didn't think that their flirting trick was all that good. It was basically in a nutshell, it was all about like making a lot of eye contact with him and how, you know, making eye contact with him and like smiling while you were looking at him would make him go up to you and approach you. And I thought that this was a very basic flirting tip. I mean, I know that Marissa has already talked a lot about like eye contact in her how to flirt videos, like, you know, the sticky eyes method and all of that. So I didn't think that this was that good of a trick. And not only that, I felt like this actual trick that they, you know, said to do in the magazine, I felt like they like said you should do so much eye contact that I felt like it might actually creep the guy out a little bit. And he might just end up thinking like, why does this girl keep staring at me? Like, she keeps looking at me. So I think that my trick is actually way better, and it's even better than the one that was in Cosmopolitan. So let's get started. So this trick actually comes from a guy who was a dating columnist for Glamour magazine. It's a tip that's so, you know, you never would have thought of it on your own, but when you hear it, it'll just make perfect sense to you. So Jake, he wrote a dating column for Glamour magazine for years, and he was like, he brought things kind of like from a guy's perspective. And eventually he actually wrote a book, and the book was called Always Hit on the Wingman. So the big tip that Jake had, which was, you know, big enough to name his whole book after, was always hit on the wingman. And what this means is that if you see the guy that you like and he's with one of his friends, then you go up and you flirt with the friend. So the reason why this works is because it makes the guy you like see you as more desirable and more unattainable. And for one thing, flirting goes the best when it feels effortless. Like if you're flirting with a guy that you're not actually that interested in, then you're probably going to be more comfortable. You're not going to be as nervous. You're just going to be more confident and relaxed. And plus the guy that you actually like is going to see you looking confident and relaxed. So another reason is because men crave what they don't have. And he calls this the cheeseburger principle, which I thought actually makes a lot of sense. So when a guy sees his friend eating a cheeseburger, he instantly becomes hungry for one. Even if he just ate a cheeseburger, even if he's, you know, even if he's trying to be a vegetarian, if he, you know, sees his friend eating a cheeseburger, then he's gonna want the cheeseburger. So if he sees his friend flirting with a woman, it's gonna have the same effect. Basically, you should just let your crush see you as a challenge to win over, because, you know, guys like a little bit of competition. As we've said in other videos, men are biologically programmed to want to chase girls. So if they can get a girl too easily, then, you know, they kind of lose interest because they think that maybe if it's so easy to get, then they're too good for her. You know what I mean? You know, and guys are always calling girls like clingy, desperate, whatever. So, you know, it's sort of like playing a little bit hard to get. This is a good tip because it makes you in control. So I actually think this is a really good tip that you could use in almost any situation. I think that you could do this at school, like, you know, before school or during lunchtime when you like see your crush talking to his friend. You could do this, you know, at a party, or, you know, a bar, like basically any age you are, and in any, pretty much any situation, I feel like this would work. So, you know, you start by flirting with his friend, and then you eventually, you know, turn your attention to him. And by this point, he already sees you as something that's more valuable, and, he wants to like win you over. So yeah, I hope you guys think that this is a good tip, and I hope that, you know, you enjoyed watching this video and kind of got something out of it. So yeah, I'll see you next time.